Hi friends, hi friends, hi friends. Happy Thursday. How are you? Let me know where you are watching from in the comments if you would like. It has never been a more exciting time to be an oiler in doTERRA, and I'm so excited to be spending some time tonight with you. Hello Priscilla and hello Sarah. Hi everyone. Hello Brittany. Hello everybody. I am so excited for tonight because it is just going to be laid back and chill. We're going to have so much fun. We're going to put our pinkies up tonight. For those of you that might not be aware, doTERRA's Prime Meridian Health Clinics at the corporate campus is opening next month. This is so exciting, you guys. I wanted to make sure that you saw that. If you are not following the Prime Meridian or doTERRA on Facebook, you definitely want to do that. Over 30 new integrative clinics are going to be open in the next 3 to 5 years. It is so exciting. Hi Mom, hello Kathy, hi guys. And I am so humbled to be on this wave of momentum with all of you. And 2 nights ago, my local oil squad tribe and I attended the Healthy Habits for Life spring tour, and it was so much fun getting to chat with Russell Butters and connect with everyone and get to just really connect with our corporate leadership team and become re-energized with the mission and the heart of doTERRA. Hello Pebby. And I highly recommend that you attend one of these free events in your area if you can. They're put on by doTERRA Corporate, and they're such a wonderful opportunity for you to meet other oilers in your area and feel like you are a part of something special and connect in person, because I know virtual is awesome and I love sharing on a virtual platform with you guys, but it is really great when you get to be face to face with the doTERRA leaders and sharing the vision for the company and where we're going. And so speaking of connecting, my name is Hillary LaMay, and I want to personally welcome you to another Throw It Out Thursday broadcast. In case you are new to my channel, thank you so very much for being here. I'm your label reading gangster hostess, and together we kick chemicals to the curb. We learn about how to use our essential oils in drinks and cooking and all these really fun things so you can feel comfortable integrating them, which is just like what the clinics are doing. They're going to be integrating essential oils with modern medicine. And so today and every time we meet together, we are integrating oils into foods that we might be familiar with or things in our daily routine for our friends and family, and we can make really delicious and fun experiences for our friends and family and our children and for ourselves. So again, thank you for joining me. I'm an essential oil educator and a platinum global team leader, and I'm also AromaTouch certified with doTERRA International, and we've welcomed over 23 new families this month alone. It is only the 8th or 9th of May, and it is really, really exciting. And so I love just kind of making it simple and fun. We've been talking about gut glitter and a lot of heavy things, and it's just going to be really fun to lighten it up a little bit with a little spring tea party. So I'm so grateful that you've chosen to spend some of your evening here in the LaMayzing test kitchen. We're going to have so much fun with our pinkies up tonight, and I like to add as much value as I can to our time together, so you can always catch the replay if you miss anything. Please do not be shy. You can ask questions, you can join the dialogue, you can comment. Yes, Pebby, I love tea parties. You can comment and I will do my absolute best to answer your question if I am able to. Hello. And then if I don't get to answer your question, be sure that you send me a message in one of the vortexes afterward so that I can make sure that I can answer the question that you might have had. So I have been sharing doTERRA essential oils, and I've been running a global oil team since 2014. So in August, it will be my 5-year doTERRA anniversary. It'll be my 5-year doTERRA anniversary. Hey Joe. So it'll be really fun to plan something super special. Lots of giveaways, I'm sure, for that coming up this summer. And I was able to turn a horribly traumatic series of medical traumas into a purpose and a passion for helping people around the world. So if you stumbled on my channel, that's what I'm here to do, and that's what brought me to doTERRA, and I love being here with you every time we meet here on Thursdays. And I've been bringing my favorite recipes, my favorite ideas, my favorite life hacks, and little LaMayzing oil nuggets to life for you here on Periscope since 2015, and we have covered a lot of ground together, but we've never done a tea party, so there's a first for everything. And hopefully by showing up for you consistently over the years, you felt inspired to use your oils maybe in ways that you wouldn't have thought of before, maybe getting a little more consistent with your oil usage each day. And this is our frequency, this is our flow. I love holding space for you here in the cloud, and this platform of Periscope has been around since before Facebook Live, before Instagram Live, so thank you for sticking with me. That really means a lot to me. And this space of Periscope here allows me to share my passion for wellness living, for doTERRA essential oils, and the freedom to just have a tea party when we feel like it, right? We can do whatever we want here. And if there's something that you would like me to show, maybe a recipe or a demo or a DIY, just shoot me a message in some of the vortexes. You can head to my website, HillaryLaMay.com. You can find me on Instagram, Facebook, any of those vortexes, and then you can click the 3 little buttons at the bottom of the screen, and that will allow you to share this across your media, and that would be amazing. I would be grateful for you if you did that. And then you can tap the screen as many times as you want, and that just gives me a little heart and lets me know that you're enjoying this time together here with us. And if you miss anything, as always, you can always catch up on YouTube, so be sure that you have subscribed to my YouTube channel. You can just Google search Hillary LaMay YouTube and it'll come right up. And of course, you can catch up on Periscope as well. So we have 188 past broadcasts to catch up on. So if you've missed anything, you will have lots and lots of things to catch up on. So I would love for you to put up a 1 if you've ever heard of Luray Caverns. It's a beautiful natural wonder here in Virginia. It's about an hour and a half away from where we live. So 2 months ago, the Luray Garden Club asked if I would come down there and provide a wellness workshop on essential oils for the spring kickoff of their garden club. And I get to teach them about oils for gardening and help bring a lot of these natural options into their homes and into their lives. And I'm really excited about that. And so many of you have not heard of Luray Caverns. So if you've never heard of Luray Caverns, after my broadcast, not now, but afterward, go to Luray Caverns, or you can Google it, and it's a beautiful, beautiful place. So if you've never visited Virginia, first of all, you've got to visit. Second of all, if you do, let me know, and maybe we can have a tea party together. But the workshop at the Garden Club down in Luray is next Tuesday. So I took the day off work and I graciously and excitedly accepted. And I found out that they were doing a tea party before their meeting starts. So their Garden Club season goes from May until December. And so they're going to have a little tea party social beforehand. So I'm going to be able to pass out some wild orange and peppermint and give them a nice uplifting afternoon experience with essential oils. It is such a beautiful place, and I'm really excited to share with them and just bring these oils into their homes. And I love a good tea party, and so I was even more inspired to dedicate this week's broadcast to something that I've been wanting to do for a while. It's a little essentially delish tea party spread for all of you, and lighten it up a little bit and make it super simple. No baking or cooking is required here. So Olivia is an old soul, and she loves being cozy and enjoying tea with us in her jammies, decaf of course. She does not need any more energy, and she loves going out for fancy tea with us, or we like to stay in and have tea and make it special. So as springtime is here, or maybe as something to do for Mother's Day coming up this weekend, I knew this was a perfect excuse to create a little homemade tea party. So comment below if you would like to with your favorite tea. Maybe Earl Grey, or maybe orange, or maybe lemon, or raspberry, chai, whatever your favorite tea. I would love to see some of your favorite teas. And even if you like coffee, that's fine too. But even coffee lovers like tea from time to time. So hopefully tonight's simple recipes will inspire you. They're fun, they're healthful, and they're simple with no baking required. You can bring the kiddos, bring the friends into your LaMayzing test kitchen, just like mine. Oh, Jessica, you're gonna love that. Yes, you're definitely gonna love hibiscus, and you're gonna love the tea that we're making. So that's a little foreshadowing for you. Jessica, you get an A+. Donna says chai and ginger. Priscilla says English breakfast and chai and Earl Grey. Ooh, Navajo tea, Pebby, that sounds delightful. And so there are a lot of sugar-filled, preservative-filled, signature tea party foods. So I'm gonna lighten it up a little bit, and of course, choose your own adventure. As always, use foods that resonate with you, so it's extra special for your guests. I just was, kind of just getting creative and trying to switch up some of the flavors and some of the things that I normally see when we go to tea. So tonight's tea party menu, first we're gonna make my caffeine-free LaMayzing homemade tea infusion, and then instead of heavy scones, we're gonna make 2 types of tea sammies. We're gonna make a sweet tea sammy, and then we're gonna make a savory tea sammy, and then we're gonna make a no-bake lime coconut crumpets. So the crumpets, they're actually coconut lime bars, but crumpets sounds super tea fancy. And this is the 2015 blog book that doTERRA came out with. This is a unicorn. Someone very special, her name's Elka from Share Oils, gave me the very last copy. She has, she knows the woman that printed these, I guess, that was hired to do these for doTERRA, and she knew that I was looking for one, and she found it for me and sent it to me as a gift. And so I am so very grateful, and the recipes in here are beautiful, and I've done many of them over the years. This one I have not done. It's on page 203 if you have this, the coconut lime bars, and there is no baking required, and that's one of the reasons I love them even more. So if you do want to get your kids involved in the kitchen with you, then they can absolutely do that with all of the recipes that we're gonna make. So we're gonna start with our caffeine-free LaMayzing DIY hibiscus and lavender Lady Grey tea. And Earl Grey tea is one of George's favorite teas. Every time I smell it or taste it, I think of bergamot, which is one of our amazing oils that I have right here. And put up a 1 if you like bergamot, if you've used it. Put up a 2 if you've never used bergamot before. You've probably smelled it many times in perfumes and in different things, but you might not have known. But bergamot is a beautiful, beautiful citrus oil. And it is, and so the reason that we're doing Earl Grey, yes, is because one of the most recognized flavored teas in the world is Earl Grey. And it's the quintessentially British tea, and it is typically a black tea base flavored from the oil and the rind of the bergamot orange. And so the bergamot orange is a citrus fruit, and it looks and tastes somewhere between an orange and a lemon with a little lime, grapefruit thrown in. And since we're doing this as a kid-friendly caffeine-free version, we're not using black tea, but we are gonna we're gonna make our own tea base. So for this, I think you're really gonna love this, and you can do this with really any flowers that you want to. So we're gonna be using bergamot and lavender, because when I think of Earl Grey, I think of lavender and bergamot, and it's just a beautiful thing. So we are gonna take our lavender flowers, and we're gonna take our hibiscus flowers as well. Now, you can omit the lavender pods if you don't have those. You can simply use the lavender oil. I just like how it looks when we put it in the tea, because what we're gonna be doing is using an infuser teapot, and I think this is gonna look really pretty, but you can absolutely, of course, always choose your own adventure. So what we're gonna do is take these flowers, and I got these on Amazon, and I've, of course, because I know what you guys like and I know what the people want, I have all of these things in my Amazon favorites. So if you go to bit.ly/LaMay under all lowercase, you can head to my Amazon favorites, or you can find it directly from hillarylamay.com, my website. I've tried to make it as simple as possible for you guys to find all the good things. So it's under my Amazon favorites. So you can get both the organic lavender flowers and the organic hibiscus flowers directly from Amazon. And they are so beautiful, they are so fragrant, and I love being able to control the ingredients and make my own tea. So what we are going to do is we are going to take a little bowl. Let me grab a little bowl from underneath here. All right, here we go. Actually, I'm gonna get a little bit bigger one. Okay, because my other bowl went missing. It's okay, that happens. So I'm gonna, in this bowl, I am going to take my lavender pods and my hibiscus flowers and put them together there. And then what we're gonna do is just stir these together to combine them. So we just have the tea leaves together, both of them in such a happy place. Now, the hibiscus flowers, they smell like a little bit of caramel and citrus. And it reduces anxious feelings, and hibiscus also improves digestion. And so it's really cool to be able to harness the therapeutic benefits of our oils and our flowers and all these plants and just of nature. It's really fun to be able to incorporate oils and these flowers and other plants that we don't have oils, because we don't have a hibiscus oil. So then we're gonna infuse the little flowers with our oils. So we're gonna add 3 drops of bergamot, okay? And we're gonna put that right into these flowers. 1, 2, 3. And then we are going to, and also I wanted to mention that bergamot is very uplifting, it's very citrusy, it's very restorative, and it has that perfumed Earl Grey aroma that you're used to smelling and tasting. So I think you're gonna really love that. And then of course lavender. We're just gonna add 2 drops for extra oomph, because we've got the lavender pods already. And lavender is very calming and relaxing and soothing as well. So lavender is just, of course, gonna be amazing for you. Calming, soothing, great before bed, also great for digestion. So we're gonna just mix these with a spoon, and then what we're gonna do is just spoon this right into our little infuser area of our teapot. Yes, we do need a smelloscope, we totally do. So we're just gonna spoon these flowers right on into here, and then we're gonna get our tea steeping while we make the rest of our recipes. I hope you guys are having a wonderful evening wherever you are. All right, we've got all of that in there. It smells incredible, absolutely incredible. Okay, so now what we're gonna do, and this tea infuser has little slits here, and so the water is gonna go right through, but it's not gonna let any of the pods go through, the flowers. So that way it's gonna allow your tea to just be nice and smooth without any flowers in it. So then we're gonna take, then we're gonna take our hot water, boiling hot water, and we're gonna pour it right over our tea leaves. You can already start to see that hibiscus turning the tea a beautiful color. Wow, this is awesome. So pretty. Okay, and I didn't want it to overflow there, so I just left it at that. All right, and then we're gonna let this steep for a bit while we do our other recipes, but look at this beautiful color already. Oh my gosh, if you think this is pretty, put up a 1. This is so, so pretty and cute. And you can get any of these. You can get the teapot on Amazon. You can get these from anywhere. I love the color. Yeah, the vibrancy of the color is so cool, and kids love watching it steep. Now, what you can also do, if you don't want to do a teapot and you want to do them individual, what you can do is get these little silicone tea bags that I love on Amazon. And of course, because I got you guys covered, I have a link to all of these in my Amazon favorites. So what you do with the silicone reusable tea bags is you just pull this apart and you fill the inside with your tea leaves, and then you just slide this back in, and you can put, these are dishwasher safe, you know, everything's cool about these. You can reuse them a ton of times. Yeah, they're really cute, and they come in a big set, and again, they're all on Amazon. And so you can put this in your teacup by itself if you want to do that way. So you don't have to do one big pot of tea. If your kiddos want to choose their own adventure, you can set it up really fun. Yes, you could set it up really fun with the kids and let them make their own tea. Let them make their own, mix their own flowers. You can get dried orange peels, dried lemon peels. You can even just take regular lemon peel, regular orange peel, because that's how the essential oil is distilled. But they could have so much fun choosing their own adventure, making their own tea, having so much fun. So this is what it's all about. It's helping people see the fun of essential oils, and it doesn't have to be intimidating or scary. Like, there's nothing intimidating about this. At least I don't think so, but maybe I'm biased. But in just a few minutes, look at the beautiful, beautiful color. I love this so much. It's so gorgeous. I want to give it a little smell. It smells like a spa. Actually, it smells really relaxing. So we're going to put these aside as well. And then we're going to put our tea aside also somewhere. I have a lot of things going on here, so I'm going to have to make room. Going to make way for the tea to steep while we're making things. Okay, so next we are gonna dig into some goodies. And also, I wanted to say thank you to Beth, because I don't know if Beth is able to join us right now, but she's the one that showed me these little cool things. She had Olivia and I over for a tea party a couple months ago, and she showed us these. So thank you, Beth, for this amazing idea. Love Mama Beth so very much. Happy early Mother's Day. And so next we're gonna skip the heavy scones, and we're gonna do 2 different tea sammies. We're gonna do one savory and one sweet. So first we're gonna start with the sweet, and we're gonna make wild orange and cinnamon, cranberry, peanut butter, and banana on pumpernickel. That's a mouthful. Wild orange, cinnamon, cranberry, peanut butter, and banana. Yum, yum, yum. Sweet, spicy, savory. It's gonna be super yummy. Okay, so in a little bowl, we're gonna start with our peanut butter. Now you can use anything. You can use your homemade peanut butter. If you caught my scope, I think last year, maybe 2 years ago, we did On Guard peanut butter, wild orange peanut butter. We infused all the peanut butters. So good. Now, oh, hi, Melanie. Yes, hi, Lindsay. Now, if you are nut-free, you can use sunflower butter. If you don't like peanut butter, but you do like other nut butters, you can do cashew butter or almond butter. You can choose your own adventure with this. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna infuse our peanut butter with our oils. So we're gonna take 2 drops of wild orange. This is the oil of abundance, so we all need a little more of that in our lives. We're gonna add 2 drops of wild orange, and it's gonna really go well with the bergamot tea. And for those of you just joining, our tea is steeping. We made hibiscus and lavender, bergamot, Earl Grey, some Lady Grey, LaMayzing tea. It is steeping and it is absolutely gorgeous. I can't wait for us to sip on that in a little while. So we've infused our peanut butter with wild orange, and then we're gonna add 2 drops of cinnamon bark. Now you can skip this and actually go right to On Guard if you want to, because On Guard has cinnamon and wild orange in it already, but I really like wild orange also has eucalyptus and rosemary, and I don't necessarily want that in my peanut butter for this dish, but you can certainly choose your own adventure. So then you just mix the peanut butter nicely, and then we are gonna actually add a little handful of dried cranberries. The color is amazing, the taste is amazing, I like the texture, so it's a little bit kind of like a scone would be a little bit dense, and then have like either cranberries or blueberries or raisins. That's why I wanted to use a pumpernickel bread for this. So it can still give you the flavor tastes of a scone, but it's lighter, and you can choose a little bit more flexibility with it if you don't want something super heavy. And then there's no baking involved, so your kids can get involved. And of course, there are tons of recipes out there. You can Google all day, and even in some of the doTERRA blog books, there are some recipes for some scones that are really good for you. But I just wanted to keep it simple tonight, and you know, just lighten it up a little bit with sandwiches, and that is really great for the kids. Then we're gonna take a banana and we're gonna just slice it up, and that way we have a little accoutrement to go with our sandwich. Just wipe my hands off a little, and we're gonna slice this up nicely. We're gonna cut off any of the brown ends there. There we go. And we're just gonna slice this up nicely. And we're gonna have these beautiful banana slices to put into our sandwiches. That's probably good, but I'll slice them all and I'll have a little snack while I'm cleaning up later. Bananas are so good for you. One of my favorite snacks, one of Olivia's favorite snacks too. Okay, so then we're gonna we've got our infused peanut butter, we've got our banana sliced up, and then we're gonna get our bread. Okay, and so what I've got is, grab a plate here for us. I've got pumpernickel bread, so we're gonna start with 2 pieces and see how we do, and if we need more, we'll go with more. And we're gonna just take about a spoonful or so, nice heaping spoonful of our infused peanut butter, and slather this on our bread. And you can use whatever bread you want. If you're gluten-free, you can use a gluten-free bread, anything that you'd like. You could even use apple slices. That's another great option for this too. You can use little rounds of apple. And this is just gonna be so nice and delicious, and gonna give you lots of good protein. Yes, I love the versatility of bananas too. They are so incredible. You can put them on anything, do so many things with them. And I like to just try to spread it out as far to the crust, to the edge as possible, just so that every bite gets all that yummy cranberry and cinnamon and wild orange goodness, and the flavors are gonna be really, really nice together. I think you're gonna really like this. Okay, and so then we're gonna just put our bread right on top, and then we're gonna cut the crust off because, of course, when you have tea, it's so fancy. Yeah, you can make little apples instead of bread. So, you know, I just try to lighten it up a little bit for you and give you options so that you don't have to feel like you only have one choice that you're working with here. It's nice to have options. This is really, really pretty. I love the color, and then you're gonna be able to really see the nice color of the peanut butter come through, and it's just gonna make for a really nice presentation when you're doing your tea spread. There we go. Cut off that little crust there, and then we're just gonna cut these into little sandwiches, little minis. Really fun and really simple. Oh, thank you, Pebby. Thank you so much. Yes. My Zoya nail polish of the week is Jana, J-A-N-A. Love her. She's very neutral and fun. Okay, so we're gonna set our little sandwiches aside until we're ready to plate up our tea. So in no time, we have our beautiful little pumpernickel sandwiches with peanut butter infused with wild orange essential oil and cinnamon bark essential oil. And we've also added our cranberries. And now what I'm gonna do is just slice, since I sliced these bananas, I'm gonna just place these right on top. and it looks really pretty and fancy, like a little pastry, but it's not, it's just banana. So really fun here. And you can put the banana inside if you want to, like peanut butter and banana sandwiches, which we love, of course, but you can choose your own adventure, and I think this is really fun and pretty, and you can do it in no time, and it's really got a lot of LaMayzing flair. So I'm gonna rinse my hands off a little bit too, because clean hands are the jam when we're working with yummy foods. Okay, so I'm gonna put this aside. I have so many things here on my workspace. Okay. And then you can save the peanut butter for later. If you, hello Beth, oh yes, definitely. If you have extra, you can save that in the pantry. You can save it in the fridge. Choose your own adventure with that one again as well. And I'm going to place this over there. I need a larger counter. Okay, and so next we are going to do our next Sammy, and we are gonna make a springtime simple salmon salad with avocado mayo on cucumber rounds with grapefruit, lemon, basil, and black pepper essential oils, and we're gonna check on our tea also. Let's check on our tea. Look how beautiful this is. Look at it, it's gorgeous. Lady Grey, LaMayzing hibiscus, lavender, and bergamot. Hello, so delicious. I can't wait to sip on that in a few moments. So we're gonna do our simple salmon salad. So what we're gonna do to start with is take a small bowl, and I've got the salmon already ready to go. So what you're gonna do is take either a can of wild salmon or baked salmon fillet that you've made. Maybe you had leftovers from a recipe that you've made, but I love finding the wild caught salmon. It is one of Olivia's favorites. She will just devour our dinner when we make salmon. So this is something that she really likes, and it's kind of a little spin on bagels and lox type of thing for a little Sunday brunch and tea service. So hopefully you'll like this. I love all these flavors together, but again, you can totally choose whatever is gonna work and resonate with you. So in our bowl where we've got our can of wild salmon, we're gonna add 1 tablespoon of Primal Kitchen, let's see, where's my spoon? Primal Kitchen avocado mayo. And what I love about this is that if you are really wanting to watch your any of the processed foods that you're eating, things from a can or a jar or a package, mayonnaise is a really big offender with a lot of preservatives and chemicals, and this is my favorite clean mayo. This is Primal Kitchen. It's non-GMO, it's paleo and Whole30 approved. It is sugar-free, soy and canola-free. It uses cage-free eggs, and the ingredients are avocado oil, organic eggs, organic egg yolks, organic vinegar, sea salt, and organic rosemary. And I just love this. It's really, really tasty. So mayo is something that's very hard to make on your own. So if you have not found one that you really like, I encourage you to get that one. I really love this. So we're gonna add the mayo to our salmon, and you don't have to add the mayo. That's totally optional. You do not have to add it. I just think that it binds really well with the salmon, and it just makes it a little bit extra. So it smells so good. I love the smell of salmon. So fresh and delicious. And then to this, we're gonna add our essential oils. So first we're gonna start with grapefruit, and grapefruit is nice and sweet and just awakening, and I love this in sweet and savory dishes. So we're gonna add 2 drops of grapefruit essential oil, and then we're gonna add 2 drops of lemon. So lemon is bright and also fresh, and I love lemon with seafood. So lemon and shrimp, lemon and salmon, lemon and cod. You might have seen lemon pepper fish on a menu somewhere, and you know, things like that. So I just love lemon in anything that I'm doing with seafood. So we're gonna give that a little mix. And then we're gonna add basil, because basil, and I know if Brittany's still watching, I know basil is one of her favorites. Basil is great for head tension. It's great for so many things, actually, even for breastfeeding mamas to boost their milk supply, but it's also great as an herbaceous boost in your recipes. So basil is herbaceous and really nice and grounding and foundational and fresh. So I think you're gonna love this. There we go. I was getting a phone call. We are gonna add 1 drop of basil. Yes, and basil is very good for the brain. Very, very good for the brain. Yeah, so good. I know, I have my phone on Do Not Disturb, so I don't know how that phone call snuck in there. Oh well. Okay. it's definitely a robocall because everybody that's important is here, right? Okay, and so now we're gonna mix this and it's all combined. We're gonna set it aside. And then what we're gonna do, this is gonna blow your mind. Well, at least it blows my mind, but you know what? It doesn't take much. So we are gonna take cucumbers. You could absolutely use organic chicken. Yes, totally. You could use chicken, you could use shrimp, you can use, really anything you want, anything, any leftover fish that you might have in the fridge. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna use cucumbers as our little carrier for this recipe. And you can use crackers, you can use little mini toasts, you can use whatever you want, but I really love this with cucumber. And you can make it look really pretty. All you do is take your cucumber and take your peeler and just go down one side like in a stripe, and then you just kind of zhuzh it over, move it over, and then do the same so you have stripes, so when you are slicing your cucumber, they look really pretty. And that's just a little fancy thing that, you know, just a little amazing life hack to give you little fancy stripes on your cucumbers. Okay, so now we are gonna place a spoonful of our salmon salad on top of our cucumbers. And I'm just gonna use a little spoon and just spoon this on. And it's just meant to be like a little bite, you know, and you can make a ton of these and place them beautifully on your tea service spread like we're gonna do when we're done. And it's so fun to do this. Your kids can get involved no matter what their ages are, because there's no heat involved, there's no anything that could injure them. And as long as you're being supervised, you know, as long as you're being a supervisor to them, if they're using something sharp like a peeler or you know, the blender like we're gonna use for our key lime bars, it's totally safe for them. And kids really like being involved. I know Olivia loves helping, she loves being involved, she loves participating. And when she gets to participate, she's more inclined to enjoy whatever activity we're doing because she feels like she has a vested interest in it. So I hope you will try some of these recipes or even tweak them to your own liking. You can add anything you want. You could even just put a little piece of folded smoked salmon on here, just kind of like a bagels and lox type of thing. But I just love how simple this is. And you can even stack these if you want to. Like you can make, you know, a little double-decker sandwich, but we're gonna leave them open like this. Thank you so much. Yes, okay, so now we're gonna put these aside also and try to make room for our next recipe. And then we're gonna plate it all up when we're ready. So we're gonna just put this aside. And actually, I forgot a step. We're gonna top these with a little dill. So before we bring it on back, I don't wanna get my sleeve in the food. So before we finish, I forgot the little fancy thing. We're gonna just sprinkle these with a little dried dill, because I was gonna use dill essential oil, but then you would get FOMO because dill's not available to everybody anymore. It was only available in a little summer promo kit, which I hate that it bums me out when doTERRA does that, basically. I don't want to use the word hate, but it bums me out when they do that because I fall in love with these limited edition items, and first of all, you can't get them if you joined us later, and second of all, I don't want to use them all up because then I can't get them back. So anyway, we're going to use little dried dill, but how pretty is this? How adorable is this? And you just pop it in your mouth, and it's really fun and simple and helpful. So we're going to put this aside till we're ready to plate everything up. Okay, and then lastly, we're gonna do our sweet finish, and oh, let's check on our tea. Look at how beautiful this is. The color, oh my gosh, you guys, the color, it is so good. It is looking great over here. Okay, so we're gonna do our sweet finish. These are my no-bake coconut lime crumpets. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna grab our blender bottle, and we're gonna grab our Ninja blender. Bring it over here so you guys can hang out with the blender too. And thank you, Beth. Yes, the teapot, all the things that I've shown tonight are available on my Amazon favorites to make it super simple for you guys to find everything. So we're gonna start in our blender bottle. Now you can use whatever blender you have. And in here I have 1 cup of shredded, unsweetened coconut. And this is the brand that I like. This is Let's Do Organic unsweetened shredded coconut, and this lasts a really long time. I love this so much. It's so versatile in tons of recipes. So we're gonna just start with 1 cup of our shredded unsweetened coconut, and then we're gonna add 1/4 cup of maple syrup. Now you can add whatever sweetener you like. You can add agave, you can even add dates instead if you don't want any of that. And then we're gonna add 2 tablespoons of coconut oil, solid coconut oil. And so this is actually a vegan recipe. There's no animal product in here and there's no baking involved. So it's even more versatile and fun and accessible for your family because your kiddos can do this with you. So let me grab a little towel for my hand. Okay, and then we are going to add a half a teaspoon of vanilla extract. Now I like to use my own LaMayzing vanilla extract that we made on Periscope, hashtag there's a scope for that. And I just give it a little zhuzh because it's got the vanilla bean at the bottom. I don't think you could see that. Yeah, there you go. You see the vanilla bean down there? So this has lasted a really long time and I just like to put a little splash in. I'm gonna eyeball it, so a half a teaspoon would be about that, just to give us that little vanilla flair. And then we're gonna add 10 drops of our lime essential oil, 10 drops of lime. Now the cool thing about lime is that, like all the citrus oils, lime is distilled from the rind of the lime fruit, not the juice. So we're actually gonna use the juice and the rind because I think they both have something to add and they both add a really beautiful, LaMayzing flair. So we're gonna add 10 drops. There we go. And then we're gonna give a little squeeze from the lime as well. So we're gonna just give that maximum lime flavor because the coconut can be overpowering. The coconut is very much like a base flavor. And so if you, and not only do we have the coconut, the shredded coconut, but we also have the coconut oil there. And that's gonna be a little bit overpowering if we don't really jazz it up with some extra lime. So again, the lime essential oil is distilled from the rind or the peel of the fruit, not the actual fruity flesh inside. So that's why when I make dishes like this, I like to use both a squeeze of the lime juice as well as the essential oil from the lime rind, because the rind is not bitter, it's the pith, the white part between the fruit and the rind that is bitter. So when we think, a lot of times people think the peel is very bitter, but it's actually not, which is why you see zest in a lot of recipes, the zest of a fruit to garnish, because it's very sweet. And we're gonna use that too. So then, oh, and actually we're gonna add a little pink salt, a little pinch of pink salt to just bring out some of the flavors. So we're just gonna add a little pinch of Himalayan pink salt. I like to bake and cook with pink salt because I find that it is really mild. It's a little bit more mild and I really like that. Okay, so we're gonna put our blender bottle top on and then we're gonna blend this up for you. All right, let's give it a go. To take it out halfway through and just give it a little shake so that all that coconut oil gets attached to all of those other amazing flavors. And then if you need to zhuzh it one more time, go ahead and do that. Feel free to zhuzh as much as you need to. Yes, and we want to get all the goodness down there. All right, perfect. So we're gonna move this out of our way. All right, and we're gonna let that settle a little bit. Sometimes it likes to get attached to the blade. There we go. And then what I'm gonna do is take a glass pan. You can take a loaf pan, you can take a glass dish, whatever you have. I like a glass dish because it has a lid on it. So we're gonna make sure that we get all of our ingredients into our recipe so we don't wanna miss anything. And we are gonna take this and spoonula it into our dish. And so this is going to be our coconut lime bar recipe. And it's gonna be a beautiful sweet finish to our tea service. The zhuzh, yes. I don't know how to spell zhuzh, but if you do, please let me know. You will get a virtual cookie or a coconut lime bar, how about that? And then we're gonna just scrape our spatula to make sure that we have all the goodness. We don't wanna skimp out on any of our delicious, delicious stuff here. All right. And we're gonna get this out of our way too. Oops. And we're just gonna make sure that this gets flattened out nicely, just like you would make anything like brownies or anything, you just really make it nice and smooth here. Just smooth it on out. And this isn't going to make too much because it's very rich. The coconut is extremely, extremely rich. And then with the coconut oil, the citrus of the lime really makes this amazing. Now you can use tangerine, you can do grapefruit, you can do wild orange or lemon bars. This is really versatile and it just makes enough, but it's kind of like fudge. You don't need a lot. Really, really less is more, I promise. And so then what we're going to do is top this with a little bit more of our shredded coconut. So we've got our lime bars here, and I'm just using parchment paper. You can use, you know, whatever you've got, but you definitely want to use something because you don't want anything to stick. And so we're going to just sprinkle a little bit more of our coconut shreds on top to give it a really pretty garnish. Okay, and then we are going to take our lime and give it a little squeeze. Now when I juice fruits, I like to give it a little zhuzh like this, kind of roll it out on my surface. I learned this from Rachel Ray, of course. She's amazing. And this kind of gets the juice loosened up from the flesh of the fruit a little bit easier. So, and then I'll use this in another recipe later on, but I'm gonna zest this. So I'm just gonna take some of these beautiful little pieces of lime zest and go right into the lime bars, just so it's a little pretty presentation. You don't have to be exact about it. It doesn't have to be perfect, but it's just the thought that counts, and it's really nice to have these little pretty details, right? The devil's in the details. Really, really pretty when you've got something pretty to offer people and that it tastes good and it's with your heart and soul in there. So in no time we've got these. Now what we're gonna do with these is put these in the freezer. So these do not require any baking at all. And what I'm gonna do is just put my cover on my little Tupperware dish and stick these in the freezer. And when they are frozen and solidified and ready to go, 20 minutes later, you take them out by the magic of Periscope, voila, and look what we have. We have beautiful coconut bars, coconut lime bars, so good. We've topped these with our lime zest and our coconut, so good. Look at how pretty these are. Oh my gosh, I can't wait to take a bite into this. So now the fun part begins because we are going to put it all together. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna grab a pretty server and I'm gonna see if I have room. Yes, I do. Okay, and so we're gonna grab our pretty server here because when you're having a fancy tea, you need a little fancy tea tray, right? Ta-da! So everything's more LaMayzing in the LaMayzing test kitchen, right? So we've got our pretty server here and we're gonna plate this all up. So first, we've got our beautiful sandwiches and I'm gonna just reach over and grab these from our surface. It is abundant in the test kitchen here today. So first I've got these beautiful sandwiches and we'll put these here, like so, if you will. Just like this on our beautiful tray so that you can see them. Hopefully you can see this yummy stuff. There we go. Pretty, pretty, pretty. We'll put this aside. And so we've got our tea sammies here, just kind of display them however you might like. And then we're gonna grab our beautiful cucumber with dill and salmon. This is really, really pretty. You can kind of start with this as something a little bit savory, and you can turn your tray around when you're putting it all together, like so. Got to get underneath there to get everything. Hopefully you guys can see this. Probably not, it's a little bit too tall, but there you go, see? I'll hold it up when I'm done putting all these together. There we go. Short people problems, right? Can't reach. Okay, and then we've got our beautiful coconut lime bars. And so we will put these at the top where they belong. Fancy, fancy stuff, right? The fanciest. And in no time, we've got a beautiful tea spread. We did that in about 30 minutes. And of course, if you were planning ahead, you know, you just want to give time for your beautiful coconut lime crumpets to solidify in the freezer. And they're really, really yummy. We're going to take a bite into them in just a moment. So you've got these beautiful, beautiful things here to enjoy with your friends and family. And then we're gonna taste our tea. So let me show you because it's not quite visible from everything. But look, we've got our cucumber, salmon salad, and our dill with the black pepper, essential oil, and basil, and grapefruit, and lemon. And then we've got these beautiful pumpernickel sandwiches with peanut butter infused with wild orange and cranberry and cinnamon bark with the banana on top. And then we've got our little sweet finish with these coconut lime crumpets with a little extra shredded coconut and lime zest on top with our lime essential oil. And then of course our grand finale of the show is our tea. And now what I also like to do is add, sometimes you can add a little bit of fruit if you'd like to your tea service, to your display. And my hands are clean, of course, so I am okay with touching these on my hand with my hands. You can put a few little pieces of fruit to just add a little bit of color to your tea service if you'd like to, and it just adds a little bit of pizzazz to that. And you can add you know, dried fruits, you can add nuts, anything that you might like to add is really fun. So we're gonna add a few little blackberries, and that way it's a little bit of something fresh to lighten up your palate after you've eaten a little sandwich, like so. You can do this however you would like. I hope you guys are enjoying this and finding it fun. It is really fun to play with your food. I love playing with my food, and Olivia loves to play with her food. She loves to eat, and it is really fun to make fun recipes together, and you can make it really pretty, and that always makes it even more fun. And then we're just gonna grab a few little strawberries. And I like to prep all my fruit. I'm sure if you guys follow me, you know that I like to prep all of my fruit when I bring it home from the grocery store so that it's all cut and clean. Yes, it's all cut and clean and fun for everyone. Let's see, there's no room, I don't think, up there, so we'll just kind of zhuzh this around and make room a little bit here. And then we'll add a few little strawberries down below on the lower deck. You can't really see the lower deck, but I will lift it up for you when we can. Pretty, pretty, pretty. Okay, so here we go. And then we are gonna show you the tea, and by we, I mean me, of course. So now we've got the star of our show, because of course we need our tea for our tea party. And this beautiful hibiscus and bergamot lavender tea, we steeped it. It looks incredible. Look at that color. Holy smokes, how gorgeous. Yes, we totally need an Oil Squad tea party. And so what we're gonna do is just take our teacup, and you can pour your tea right on in, just like this. Look how pretty this is. So beautiful. The color is amazing. It's like so rich. The color, I love this, okay? So, and then what I am going to do is I like to add a little bit of raw honey to my tea because it can be a little bit bitter. And so I'm just gonna add a little spoonful of raw honey, and that will dissolve and just be really delicious and make the tea a little bit extra sweet. There's a little piece of coconut that flew in there, but that's okay. And so we're gonna give our tea a little taste. And the honey, because it's raw, yes, tea time is the best time. The honey, because it's raw and organic, it will take a little bit of time to dissolve. So you can just kind of infuse a little bit in there and then give it a taste. And that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna put our pinkies up and say, cheers, my dears. Oh wow, that is bright and fresh. I love the hibiscus flavor, and you could even make this into an iced tea. That would be beautiful. Look at the color. This is a beautiful, beautiful color. I hope you enjoy this. I'm gonna take a little bite of one of my lime crumpets. Let's see here. Oh wow, that is rich. The coconut flavor, the lime cuts right through that. It tastes like white fudge. That is absolutely delicious. I am gonna have some snacks here. I am so excited for this. I hope you try this. Again, we've got all of these beautiful things. Hopefully you can see that. I'll have to hold it up here so you can see everything we have on here. And our tea. So good, so good, so good. Now, if you like cream tea, you can always add some milk, or you can add some cashew milk or almond butter. Not almond butter. You can add a little bit of coconut butter. Sometimes people like the coconut butter as like a little, not thickener, but I guess kind of like a little creamy thing in there. But you can add coconut milk, you can add cashew milk, you can add almond milk or cow's milk, whatever you normally like if you like a cream tea. And then if you like a London fog, you can add a little bit of whipped milk, like really frothy, foamy milk into your tea. But I just love this, the citrus of this. So, so good and so fresh. I hope you will try this. I hope you'll tag me on Instagram or Facebook if you make any of these. I hope you've enjoyed our first LaMayzing virtual tea party together. If you need any ideas for anything for Mother's Day, this would be really fun, really pretty. You can choose your own adventure with any of the recipes that I made here and change it all up, make it yours. If you're ready to dig into oils, I would love to bring you into our oil tribe. When you get started with me, you'll have an all access pass to all the recipes and demos just like this. So fun, all the classes, all the workshops and tutorials, all the resources back from 2014 until now. If you are ready and you'd like to reach out, you can reach out directly on my website, HillaryLaMay.com. And when you get started with a kit this month, you get my vitamins, my favorite vitamins for free. So that is really exciting. That is the promotion for May. Really, really incredible. You're gonna absolutely love that. So hopefully you can start to see after I've been showing you these recipes how versatile oils are and how fun they can be, and that they don't have to be scary and they don't have to be intimidating. So I will see you guys actually next Thursday, May 16th, because we're doing 2 weeks back to back. My annual outdoor living and summer essentials guide will be the topic for next week. Because Olivia has a school performance on the 23rd of May, which is our next scheduled Periscope night. So we're going to do 2 back-to-back like old days. And yeah, I hope you love this. And thank you for just always holding space for me and just loving this. I love this essential life. I love to share with you. I love the enthusiasm. Happy Mother's Day to all of you out there. I hope you'll tag me on Instagram or Facebook again if you try to make any of these, or if you put your own spin on it or make your own tea. That is a wrap on my 189th Periscope broadcast. I will see you guys next week for more fun. Have a wonderful, wonderful weekend. Happy Mother's Day. Love you guys so much. Bye.